Okay, I'm on a walk with my daughter, and yep, we're on a walk. And I just listened to the video about the key to healing, and as I was listening to it, I'm in a different place than I was last time, and I was feeling like there was a second part to healing that I feel like I should start talking about, that it's ready to come to light. So the first part of healing is humility, right? And one thing I really wish I would have touched base on is a really good example of humility is someone who's just been diagnosed with cancer, okay? When someone who's been suffering and then they finally get diagnosed with cancer and they become, you know, a part of that community, the first thing that comes out of their brain is, what do I have to do in order to survive and live through this, right? It's not that the first thing that comes out of their brain is, what, you're gonna have to do chemo? No, I like my hair too much, you know? Do you know what I'm saying? Like humility is absolutely required in order to even have a chance at healing anything. So for a cancer addict, for a cancer patient, that is someone who is just, they jump. They're like, what do I got to do? You say jump, I say how high. You know, that is a requirement in order to heal. I do believe that, especially in my case with miscarriages and stuff. Well, I have since posted that. I feel like there's a second part that I'm ready to release and talk about. And that is that there has to be not only a sense of humility, and secondly, not only a sense of sacrifice, and there has to be sacrifice. But the third step is, once you have reached humility and you're in the place that I'm at, and you've done all that you can possibly do, and you are as humble as you could possibly get. I don't feel like I can get very much more humble. I mean, maybe God can prove me wrong, and hopefully he doesn't, but when I made this video, I had talked about 1 miscarriage, but now I'm 4 miscarriages in, and I want a baby more than I've ever wanted anything in my life. Actually, I want health more than I've ever wanted anything in my life. And I definitely know I have some pride in regards to that I am working on every day. All of the reasons that come up for why it's not comfortable enough to exercise, which is interesting because I'm going on a walk. Anyway, tangent. There's a second part that I really want to talk about, and that is not just humility and not just success, but also so this second part is understanding that things take time, that maybe you are as humble as you possibly can be, and you have to go through the gunk in order to feel better. And sometimes a big part of why you're not healing is simply because it's taking time to heal, and it's not going to happen overnight, and you have to sit in your feelings. You have to cry, and you have to get angry, and you have to feel those feelings, and that is not something that can be rushed. That is not a humility issue. That is not something that you can just make a decision for and then just immediately start healing and just do it. Sometimes healing just takes time, because you have to go into therapy and you have to feel all of those feelings. And that is healing in and of itself, and you're gonna have small wins here and there, and you're gonna have big wins, but sometimes healing just takes time. And I feel like I really need to emphasize that. Like, once you've hit your humility moment and you're like, I can't get any more humble, but you're still not feeling the effects of what you want, and your heart desire is not being met, just understand that you need to feel those feelings, and that therapy takes time, and you don't heal overnight, and that is the second step. And it's not a fun one to be in. It's really not. That it takes time, and you have to work on it, and you have to feel, and you can't put a timeline on feeling. Feeling takes time. So that is the second part of why healing and success might not be coming to you instantly, because sometimes it is a choice that you make, and it's a choice that you make over and over, and you have the humility, and you have all of the resources, and you have all the tools, and yet you're still not experiencing healing. And the reasoning for that is because it just takes time, and you need to feel those feelings. And if you're resisting those feelings, that's probably what's taking the most amount of time. So yeah, stay connected to your heart space and keep your feelings, and it will all work out.